Hi, my name is Tita Koala and this is Akahana. She flew in from Japan last year, but until today I have not made or sewn anything remotely Japanese for her. So in this video I'll share how I made this outfit. The design is based off of Choo's Hakama, something which I think is still commercially available, and as such, I will not be sharing any patterns for this one. This is my take on their design, and as with any of my sewing projects so far, no, I will not be taking any commission work, nor will I be mass producing or building inventory for sale. I have made one piece for my doll for personal use, and that is the one you are seeing right now. So please treat this more like a sew-along video and not a tutorial. I cannot share on-screen measurements as well because while I did make a pattern, some bits I had to change on the fly. Okay, now before we begin, let's look at the components. This inner piece is the nagagi, but with wide and dramatic sleeves called furisode. The wide belt is called the obi. The pleated bottoms is called the Hakama. I think Danny's version is Hakama for women. My version is Hakama for men. I wanted Akahana to be more comfortable to pose freely. Now let's talk about the fabrics. Ideally, linen or polyester linen combination is used for making a Hakama. For my project, I had to make do with what I had on hand, and so I used this white fabric left over from my earlier white dress video. For the Hakama, I wanted something dark but not exactly black, so I went for this sort of embossed fabric that is dark blue. The red parts for the belts, that's cotton linen blend. I don't have the exact names and types of fabrics because I source my fabrics from online sellers and not retail shops or large online retailers with item tags and labels and descriptions. Anyway, these white and blue fabrics are soft and airy, and I like that I could take advantage of their vertical patterns and textures. I have prepared the belt as well as the collar beforehand because I wanted to focus on the construction and assembly of the nagagi and hakama. So let's start, shall we? After sewing the shoulders together, I fold the bodice lengthwise and cut out the neck hole or neckline. And then on the overlapping front panels of the nagagi, I do a rolled hem. I then take my collar and attach the white part to the nagagi. Since I folded and pressed the collar earlier on, it is easier to sew along the fold. Have to fold it this way and run a stitch there. After cutting off the excess, I can flip that right sides out. Since we have some curved parts here, I'm going to score along this line before I can seal off the collar. Now we can stitch in the ditch. I am using white thread on the top and blue thread underneath. I made sure the blue part of the collar was a little wider than the forward face, so that even while stitching right along the white part, I am catching the blue part underneath and essentially closing off any raw parts of the neckline. Now for the sleeves. First, I attach the white sleeves. As you can see here, I made a mistake on the left sleeve. That curve should go on the other side and not the side close to the body. I fixed that one off cam. Here I'm just showing you how it will go later on. Now I'm gonna flip that up with right side stitching, and I'm gonna sew along the curved sides, but I'm gonna start at a certain point to leave a gap for the hands or the wrist. This is the part where the hands or wrist will go through. You can see that we've closed off the curved part and leaving this side open. Preparing the blue sleeve separate from the bodice, but in the same manner as with the white one, meaning closing off the curved side but again leaving a gap for the wrist. press the fabrics, although I will have to do that again after washing off the markers. With the white sleeves right side facing up, I am now slipping in the blue sleeve over the white like this. So that is white sleeve right face out, blue sleeve wrong face out, so that the right faces are touching. So right where it ended, the stitch for the underarm on the white body ended. That's where we're going to start stitching. So remember, we are joining the white and blue together, 2 layers and not all 4. That part where we didn't close off, that's the area we're going to use to flip the fabrics right side out. the result looks something like a hoodie. Later on, we will finish certain areas by hand, like the hole for the hands and wrist, as well as the blue fabric here that is still unattached to neither the bodice nor the white sleeve. For this part, I forgot to film it, but I did add a top stitch all the way around to keep the blue and white together. With the sleeves done, I now proceed to sew close the sides of the kimono or nagagi. Serge those as well. After that, I simply do a rolled hem. For the Hakama, I sew the hemline first before even drafting the pieces, because I wanted to pin the pleats onto an already finished hem. Here you can see I added folds to the sides or the openings. If I'm not mistaken, the female Hakama is like a pleated skirt, whereas the male Hakama has pant legs, but the crotch seam is long and straight, making it look like a skirt from afar except when one stands with feet apart. I think the authentic Hakama has two belts attached, one on the front and one on the back. Now for my version, the belts I pre-made turned out to be too long, so what I did was just attach one long belt on the front, which I'll show you later on. Looking at it now, I should have gone for deeper pleats, and that would have resulted in wider and baggier pants. So here I am sewing the sides and inner seams of each pant leg. With that done, I am now ready to sew the crotch seams. And now I'm running it through my serger to keep things tidy. The hakama is almost done, but I am keeping the basting stitches until after washing. It'll serve as a guide when I iron or press the pleats later on. These are the belts that I pre-made earlier on. Now before I can attach the belt, I take a scrap fabric and sew it along the waist. I fold it up, I fold the sides, and then fold it downwards twice. And I'm gonna run a stitch there to close off the waistband. As you can see, I've decided to attach the belt on the front. So here we are, the nagagi with furisode and hakama. Let me first show you the little details and then you can see the full ensemble on Akahana. slipped on the stain prevention leggings for this one because the blue fabric had a lot of color bleed while I pre-washed it. I tried to tie the obi and the Hakama's belt the authentic way. I'm pretty sure it's not the right way to do it, but this is the best that I could manage for now. So whether you're looking to make one for yourself, for your doll, or for whomever, I hope this was somewhat helpful. For me, the trickiest part was the sleeves, but other than that, although it was tedious to build, I honestly think that it's rather friendly for sewing beginners to try this because the nagagi just involve sewing mostly straight lines. So how did I do? How does it look on Akahana? Please let me know if I got the Japanese terms wrong. But you know what, I'm happy with how it turned out. And if Akahana ever finds herself back in Japan, one of these days, I'll make sure to snap a photo of her wearing this outfit. That's all for today. This has been Tita Koala. Bye for now.